welcome to the Terror Dome. You should be heading home, cause you could bring all of your ninjas and the Technodrome. I rip right through your flesh and bone and mental capacity. Flood your mind with atrocities and copious tragedies. This dark Sabbath is a lesson in street. Behold the church of the ghetto, feel the words when I preach. Amen. Let the Lord say a prayer for these niggas, that they don't end up in front of someone banging their trigger. Living life like a war pig. Fuck the law, I'm getting mine. Let the others figure what the cost is. Purchasing the fortress on gorgeous acres enormous. Car park full of foreigners and women just waiting on us. We living the dream. Y'all living like hell is earthbound. We are not the same. You've been a lame since birth, pal. I don't feel sorry. I recommend they go dirt bound. Doggy dog world, and you've been looking like Chuck Brown.
Men who like to keep their morning routine simple will love these Multi for Him gummies, specially formulated with 12 key nutrients designed to support men's daily nutritional needs. Nature-made Multi for Him gummies help support muscle and bone health. It improves your immune health, and it increases your energy metabolism. With the quality you can trust, Nature-made Multi for Him gummies have no artificial flavors, no synthetic dyes, no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial sweeteners, and is gluten-free. Pharmacists around the world have recommended Nature Made to be the #1 vitamin and supplement brand. So when you need something that's going to help you get you through the day, when you need something that's going to increase your energy to help you get you through that workout, to make you perform as an elite athlete at the top of your ability, try Nature Made Multi for Him gummies, because you don't want to stop to the 12th round. What's been going on? Do a little side, but you know I got you.
Well, beautiful people, best damn nation. It is Wednesday, and you know what time it is. It is the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. I am your humble host, Brian Renegade, and with me, I have the best damn group. First of all, if you see this man in a dark alley on a dark night, run. He will beat you up in front of your girlfriend and or wife. He is the green-eyed bandit, the ultimate supervillain, He fights people. Sometimes he bites people. He's your mama's favorite wrestler, and he can whoop yo daddy ass, the one and only Roosevelt. What's happening?
What's up? What's up? Let me tell you something about being the ultimate villain, man. Everyone is a villain in somebody else's story, but I'm the villain in my own story too. I got my own origin. So yeah, what's up? What's up, Brian Renegade, Mr. Head Honcho, Mr. Clean himself? What's going on with you, brother?
You know, I'm blessed and highly favored, my brother. I can't call it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to be on this earth with you fine people. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I can't hold it no longer. We got a special guest in the building. Roosevelt, please introduce our guest. Please do the due diligence.
Absolutely. So let me give you a little backstory. I first met this man. Look, I've heard about him on the radio. I've listened to him on the radio for a very long time, but I've never met him in person until I actually did a benefit show for lupus, raising money for lupus, and he was my guest host for the entire show. And I have to say, and he'll co-sign, that was the start of his wrestling journey. Okay, that was the beginning. That's his origin story. When he came and he hosted my show, and he came to me and said, "Hey man, how can I get into this?" And I introduced him to the guy in Fayetteville. We're gonna get to all that, but ladies and gentlemen, he's the ugly brother, DJ Fleet in the building, Foxy 99, Mr. 3 o'clock himself. The RWC heavyweight champion. You know what I'm saying? This man does it all. He's Mr. Everything Junior. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to my little brother, man. He's an amazing guy, and I'm very happy to have him on the show today. Mr. G-Money is in the building.
Yo, what is great in the state? It is the ugliest brother in radio. It is your favorite DJ's favorite DJ. It's the voice of choice that makes the ladies noise. The Fade Runner and the RWC heavyweight champion. G-Money's in the house. Watch your mouth. And now I'm on the best damn wrestling podcast. What's popping, fellas? What's good, man? How you living?
Oh man. Knuckles and kneecaps for everything's G-Money's in the house. Watch your girl and your mouth. Listen, we happy to have you on this platform, my brother. What you got going on, man? What's going on with you?
Man, it's hell of a journey, man. Hell of a journey. Just recently, I just finished DJing backstory. I've been a DJ for 12 years. I just finished DJing the alleged final Fayetteville Comic-Con this past weekend.
Nice.
And I had just told you before we went live that right now, my alma mater, Fayetteville State, is their homecoming week. NoHo in the building. Hashtag NoHo stands for #1 homecoming on earth. Attitude check. Bronco pride. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up. Watch your mouth.
Yeah, look, I see, I see it.
Are we repping HBCUs up in this?
You know. Chill.
I gotta represent from Durham and the Eagles, North Carolina Central University. It's our homecoming, and I think we got the latest homecoming. Period. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles fly high, but you know what I'm saying?
What time is y'all homecoming?
And we champions. So
what time is y'all homecoming getting shut down? What time we expect the police there?
It ain't that type of party. You know, my alumni know how to handle themselves accordingly. We are professionals, sir.
Y'all homecoming is the flyest homecoming in Durham. Absolutely.
Yeah, repping for the HBCUs, man. Absolutely, man. So look, let's go ahead and get into it. For people who don't know who G-Money is, man, let's start from the beginning, my brother, with your story. Where you from? How'd you grow up? And when did you fall in love with wrestling?
Man, I'm from that 2-6, that Fayetteville, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised. When I well, you know where my alma mater is. When I graduated high school, Westover High, I went to Fayetteville State. My love affair with wrestling began as a child. My mom told me that she took me to the the Cumberland County Civic Center when I was like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years old to see a show that had Hulk Hogan, Jimmy Snuka, and some others on it. And she said that's where it was. I personally don't remember the show, but I know I've loved wrestling since I can remember anything. One of the only things I do remember from my childhood is wrestling. So it was one of those things where I wanted to do it for a long time, but I didn't know that I could do it. So when I'm in transitioning from high school to college, you know, my dad's like, you know, you need to join the military or do something. When I finally decided to go to Fayetteville State, which is my mother's alma mater as well, I knew that I wanted to entertain. I didn't want to be a physician's assistant like my parents wanted me to be. I knew that I wanted to whether it's be a comedian, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But then when I got to Fayetteville State, I found out about, you know, I could do communications. I could do TV or radio. Now, at the time, there was no legit TV stations in Fayetteville. I had to go to Raleigh to intern, and I wasn't trying to do that because my car wasn't that reliable. So I had a homie that was like, I was already interning at the Fayetteville State WFSS, the Fayetteville State radio station. And one of my boys, Joe, he was like, hey, man, why don't you come intern with me down at Foxy 99? And I was like, what? So I stepped foot in there. It was my senior year. Stepped foot in there. I met all the guys, UB, Mike Tech, DJ D-Rock. And I started interning there. I ended up graduating college a couple months after, but I kept showing up. I was like, just because I was like, I'm gonna show up until you have no choice. You either have to throw me out or offer me a job.
Right.
So I interned for like 10 months. They offered me a job, June 2nd, 2007. And I stayed at Foxy 99 for 17 years. I just recently left May 7th of this year after 17 years. But that's how I made a name for myself, man. It started really started at Fayetteville State because we had the club. Me and my boys is at the clubs when it starts to when it ends. We dancing, bro. We battling cats. We doing all that. So when I got to Foxy, they was like, "Oh man, you with them dudes that always be coming in dancing early as hell when it's free." Absolutely, yes. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So while I was there, I started DJing 5 years after I started working there. Started making my name as a DJ, and all the while, I still love wrestling. You know, being at the radio station out there, anytime WWE comes to town, oh, bro, like I'm doing giveaways. I'm interviewing people. I've interviewed R-Truth, Big Show, Kofi Kingston, Alberto Del Rio, Santino Marella, Dolph Ziggler, Carmella. I don't think Charlotte Flair. There's been it's been a lot. I have a lot of interviews that I've done like through radio. You know what I'm saying? I've been to a lot of shows, a lot for free. And it just never stopped. I ended up starting my own podcast in 2017 called Smash the Mat. And then I seen this guy. You know what I'm saying? I forgot who invited. I think it was Hunter who had asked me if I would be a guest ring announcer for the event. And then I go there and I see this guy, and I was like, man, it's like Victor Andrews. I was like, Victor Andrews. I was like, I know this guy. Like, I could not remember where the hell I heard of you from. I don't know if I seen a show or something, but I knew I heard of this guy. And he was like, hey, what's up, man? I'm Victor. I was like, yeah, man, I know you. No, he was like, you're G-Money. Yeah, I know you. I was like, you're Victor Andrews. I know you too. You know what I'm saying? It was, yeah, like, and man, and it was funny because one of my boys, CJ, he goes by J5 now, but he was there with me, and we're watching the show, you know, and he comes up to me, he's like, why can't we do this? I was like, I don't know why we can't do this. Why can't we do this? Like, there's no reason we shouldn't be able to do this. And I think Vic told me about. Vic told me about Ring Wars, but I already had a relationship with Eddie and Tony. You know, I just never decided to go there. But I ended up I started my wrestling journey September 1st, 2019 with one of my best friends, man. He goes by Psycho Boy Fodder. And when I used to go to these shows, it would either be J5 or it would be Fodder with me. You know what I'm saying? And he was the same way. Like we had made a promise to each other like back in, I don't know, 17, 16. And he was like, man, look, if you ever find a place to train, you tell me. If I ever find a place to train, I'll tell you. Now, it was really Fodder that reached out to me after he had went to RWC for the first time. He's like, hey man, I found a spot. Here we go. You know, and it's like I've heard about the places, but I never like got pushed into there. But when me and Psycho Boy Fodder, well, he was Alpha Ace at the time. And we went in there to start out as a tag team, and look, it's just history from there. You know.
Oh man, yeah, we've had I believe Fodder on the show in one of our segments with Mr. Everything interviews everybody. And yeah, some couple of questions, man. So that's great that you do have that connection. Now let me ask you a question, man, because as a wrestling fan and you are now into the radio world and then you're also a wrestler. Is it hard convincing no, first of all, let me say this. How do you feel about the emergence of black wrestling fans, right? Because there's a pride that goes along with being a black wrestling fan now, and you're seeing different people that saying, "Hey, it's okay. I like wrestling." Because back in the day, you know, if you like wrestling, you ain't really want to tell a whole lot of people because they thought you know what I'm saying. But now a lot of people are embracing wrestling, and now we see a lot of African American and people of other colors who are getting into wrestling. Man, how do you feel about the diversity that's there for wrestling fans and for the actual wrestlers themselves?
See, luckily for me, like the group of friends that I hung with, like from like and it's a different group in high school, college, and then even after I graduated college. I've always had friends that were into wrestling. So it wasn't like like I had to hide what I like from people. Like, hey guys, hey man, we about to go here. What you about to do? Oh, nothing. And then I'm watching like WrestleMania off to the side. Like I didn't have to do none of that, luckily, because I had friends that were always into it. Especially with the video games, you know, with the WWE games that came out and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That was one, even if they didn't watch wrestling, they like to play the games. But now, honestly, it's so heartwarming, and it's great that there are so many black fans, you know, because I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I've been in a bunch, and I'm pretty sure you have been too. I've been in a bunch of wrestling groups on Facebook. And it's just like it's diet racism everywhere. Like it's crazy. And it's like only in the black groups can I like really feel like, okay, I feel like you're not walking on eggshells because they all like this person, and you're like, I don't really think that person's that good. What? Are you serious? You know, I mean, it's kind of the same in the black groups, but at least, you know, I feel like they're slightly more open-minded, you know what I'm saying? Because there are some, I've seen some really, can we cuss?
Yeah, go ahead.
Really fucked up things in some of these wrestling groups, man. So like, I think I've left almost all of them, and I'm almost exclusively in black Facebook groups, man, because they be wilding, man, and it's just like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy to hear it, but when you see it and they're like, "No, you really wrote that." Like, you really don't think, especially with like I love right now, personally, right now. I love Naomi. I love Jade. I love me some Jade Cargill. Love me some Jade Cargill. I love me some Bianca Belair. Well, you'd be surprised with What these guys be saying in these groups, man. I couldn't stay in it. I couldn't stay in it without, threatening violence on people I've never met. Over somebody I've never met. It's like, you know what? Y'all doing too much.
And see, for me, I don't really go in those groups because the worst part about that is seeing the comments from guys that are in the wrestling business. So I'm like, bro, you really made that comment as if we're not going to step in the ring together at some point?
Yeah.
Please hope and pray to whoever you pray to that we never step in the ring together, because I'm going to remember this comment.
Dog, it's crazy. But the funny thing is, being in like these groups as a wrestler, and seeing how people think about wrestling as non-wrestlers, and like I'll be seeing stuff and I'm like, look, you're allowed to have whatever opinion you want about wrestling, you know what I'm saying? About anything, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like when you see stuff, you see people arguing, and it's like, bro, all of y'all are wrong. Because you're not in the business. But I love the passion. It's like you're allowed to interpret wrestling however you want to interpret it. So me saying that they're wrong, they're not technically wrong. It's just like they see it the way they see it. It may not be like obviously, like me and Roosevelt, we're going to see wrestling a certain way because we've been doing it a while. You know what I'm saying? You like I'm pretty sure he may have given you some insight, so maybe you see it that way, but you have your own opinions about it. Jamie, was good? How you living? But like when I see people talk about like, and the biggest thing is when people talk about somebody's not a good wrestler, I be like, why do you think they're not a good wrestler? And the 9 times out of 10, the first thing they do is be like, man, because of their moveset. And I'm like, that's where you're wrong. But I'm not going to say that because I'm not going to tell you how you need to think. Because I used to think that way too. I used to think that if somebody didn't have a super great, super cool move set and they're not doing this and that, they weren't a good wrestler. Then I realized like the best wrestlers don't need to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Because they know how to elicit emotion from the crowds. And that's how I try to wrestle. Like when I first got in, man, I had a list of moves from WWE 2K that I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. After you take a couple bumps, you be like, oh no, I'm not doing that. You couldn't tell me when I started that I wasn't gonna be doing springboards every match. You couldn't tell me. But now I feel just like Drew Gulak, baby. Safe and sound, 2 feet on the ground.
There you go. Well, listen, man, you did us a gracious favor, man, and you were in our tournament, our Hyperdrive tournament this summer, man, to commemorate our 100th episode, and we were super excited to be able to do that and host that. And speaking of move sets, is it okay if we can show the folks how G-Moniy get busy?
Show them.
Yeah. I had money on you to win the tournament. You know what I'm saying? But things that I'm saying. But let's go ahead and show this finish, man. With G-Moniy fighting the Iron Man, Sean Cruz. Oh, nice duck by Sean Cruz. Sean Cruz with the kick to the gut again. He's going for the Magic Eraser again. And G-Moniy with the spinning side slam. Head whip. Going to the ropes. Nice kick to the spine. Ooh, I felt that one. That was in the lower back. 1, 2. Yeah, when your lower back get kicked like that, man, it's hard to get up. Beautiful drop kick by G-Moniy. That's the money maker right there. That was a beautiful drop kick by G-Moniy to the Iron Man, Sean Cruz. Sean Cruz is dragging his body up. G-Moniy is on the way with a nice lariat to the throat. Whipped him to the ropes. Ooh, nice. Scissor. Looked like a scissor toe kick, man. And it looked like G-Moniy is hurt. Somebody get this man some ice. I hope he can't hear that. G-Moniy does not want to quit. He does not want to give in. Stop him, ref. Stop him. The Iron Man is going for blood. He sees blood in the water. Oh, saved by the bell. Man. G-Moniy. Hey, man. Unfortunate ending, man, but we see you rocking gold right there, my brother. But that's just a little bit of G-Moniy getting down, unfortunately.
I remember that, dog. I remember. Then that I was down for a couple of weeks too, man. It was I was upset because I started the match and I hit a shoulder block and I was like, best damn shoulder tackle. You know, I was ready to represent.
Hey, listen, you look great in the ring, brother. And I was, like I said, I had some money on you. Roosevelt was betting against you, but I had some money on you. You know what I'm saying? I had money for you to win. But can you talk about that, being in that type of match, that style of match? Have you ever done anything like that before? And what was your experience with it?
You know what? I haven't. First off, let me say, so, you know, earlier, Mr. Everything called me Mr. Everything Jr. See, but I like the nickname I like to give myself is Mr. Damn, he does that too. But look, that was a very interesting match style. It was 3-minute rounds. You know what I'm saying? I think I got injured in the second round, but it was very interesting because it was you can win by knockout, KO, and then submission. So it really gave it like that fight feel to it. You know what I'm saying? When you got those 3-minute rounds, because you know in a wrestling match you just go, you know. But this time it kind of reminded me of the what was it, the TNA, what was it, the Grand Slam Championship or something? I forgot what it was called that Moose used to have. I can't remember the name of the belt. It was, but they did something similar to that, and I always thought that was interesting.
Yeah, man. Like I said, you look great in that ring, man. You got a belt on your shoulder right there. Can you please talk about that championship that you're representing and holding down?
So this right here is the Ring Wars Carolina Heavyweight Championship. Now, I just won this a month ago. And actually, the way that I won it, I had RWC's version of the Money in the Bank. Actually, I had the RWC Television Championship, and after I had probably the match of my career against LeBron Cozone, Nightstick Eddie Brown cashed in the Golden Opportunity chain and took my television championship away. Ironically, on the second half of the show was this year's Golden Opportunity Rumble, and I actually happened to win the chain. So I lost the belt, but I won the chain. And then there was a number one contender tournament for the RWC Heavyweight Championship. I wasn't in the tournament, but the man that won the tournament, his name is Tiger, he won the chance to fight against Xander Keys. Now, at the time, while Tiger and Xander Keys are going at it, two of the guys that Tiger beat on the way to his tournament win, James Lee and Roman McIntyre, they decided to get involved in the match, and they threw Xander some brass knuckles. They distracted the ref. Xander hit Tiger, and he was able to keep the championship. Now, a couple minutes after that is when I decided to cash in. I didn't do it behind his back. I gave him a couple minutes. I stepped out. I looked him dead in his eye before I walked in the ring. I handed the chain to Yo-Yo, Miss Yolanda. We got it on. A couple minutes later, I'm your RWC Heavyweight Champion. And then I just defended this, and I gave him a rematch, and I just beat him 2 weeks ago, October 5th, to retain the championship.
Hey, man. Speaking of Ring Wars Carolina,
What's your, my brother?
That belt looks very, very familiar, dear brother. It looks kind of similar to something I've held in my hand before.
But you know the difference. You don't look as good holding it.
Man, look. Let me just say, you know, I run fades. I rock fades and I run fades. We don't run from fades. So if you ever feeling nostalgic, like you want to hold the belt again, you just let me know, brother. We can get it on.
Wait a damn minute.
Look,
we got a platform. We got a segment for for moments like this, where people start feeling froggy. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Everything slash aka Roosevelt got a problem with every wrestler that come on this show. And right now, I smell a problem of brewing. G-Money, I want you to cut a scathing promo against the one and only Roosevelt in our segment, Best Damn Wrestling Promos. Are you down for this?
Oh, bro, yeah, of course.
All right. Beautiful people, prepare yourself. We are going to war. All right, who got first?
G-Money got first.
Go.
Then handle your business.
Hey, yo. It is your Ring Wars Carolina heavyweight champion, G-Money. Now, look, I know that this brother right here, Roosevelt, Mr. I Like to Fight, a good friend of mine, a good brother of mine. I know he used to hold this championship. And you know what? That's great. That's amazing. But let me tell you something, okay? As long as I'm holding on to this, I'm not ducking no smoke, my brother. Anybody that wants a shot at this, you ain't got to attack me. You don't have to send a scathing email. You don't have to send no pigeons. You ain't got to do none of that. All you have to do is let me know you want some, and I'm going to give you some. All right? That's what you got to understand. But look, we're going to change your name from Mr. Everything to Mr. Done Everything Except Beat G-Money when you challenge me for the championship. The champ is in the house. Watch your mouth.
G-Money left the gun smoking. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, man. Roosevelt, what you got, my brother?
The champ is definitely in the house there, G-Money. And let me let you know that I'm no stranger to championships. Because I don't just sit on the ones and twos like you do. I sit on the ones, twos, and threes. You see, you started this thing called professional wrestling because of me. You started your journey to become that RWC heavyweight champion because of me. I'm no stranger to being Ring Wars Carolina heavyweight champion. In fact, I'm no stranger to something that you have not had the opportunity to experience. And that's being the Ring Wars Carolina Grand Slam champion. I've held every championship in that company. In fact, G-Money, I am the guy that is known to hold every championship in every company that I set foot in. In the words of every black mother in the world, as I brought you into this world, and if you keep running your mouth, I'll take you out. Because once upon a time, you knew me as Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews. But gee, if you step in the ring with me, you're going to find out, like everybody else does, that my name is Roosevelt. And I like to fight.
Oh, my God, champions versus champions. Take my money right now. Damn it. Somebody book it. Damn it, somebody book that.
Did you pee a little? Did you pee a little down the side of your leg? Did you pee a little?
just a little.
You need a towel.
Oh man, I would love to see that, man. That would be a great fight. I was trying to hold Roosevelt. He was holding down his role as the commissioner during the tournament. I was trying to get him in there. I was like, "Hey man, you can go in there and fight." He was like, "Nah, I don't want to do that. I want these guys to shine." I'm like, "Okay, all right." But we possibly could have seen G-Money versus Roosevelt right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody book it. I got $20 on the win. $20 on the win.
That's a wrestler's payday everywhere.
$20.
Oh yeah.
Hey, G,
man.
So we talked a lot about your wrestling career. Let's talk about your DJing career. You talked about how you graduated from Fayetteville State and you got your start at Foxy 99, but you also affiliated with a worldwide organization called the Fleet DJs.
Yes.
Tell us about that experience with them and how you got mixed up with that organization as well.
Man, how long have I been with Fleet? Has it been? It's been some years, but I think I've been with Fleet so long, I don't even remember how I got in. Actually, I do remember DJ OS, who at the time he worked for our rival radio station, 104.5, and he had reached out to me one day about possibly like joining. And when I officially joined the Fleet DJs, like I was in a couple clubs and they were doing the Fleet radio station. So I had a show on Fleet DJ radio for like a year. It was like every Monday, I think it was from 2 to 3 or something like that. And it was like I was hard body making mixes every single week. Then when we was doing the Fleet DJ music conferences, I went from being on the radio panel every year that I ended up started. I guess they like my energy because I ended up started moderating some panels. You know what I'm saying? But I'm indebted to Fleet because actually with Fleet was how you and me got to interview R-Truth last year.
Yes, it was. Absolutely.
Yes, indeed. So like shout out to Fleet DJs, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
There it is.
Yeah, that was that clip. I keep that clip on my pinned profile on Instagram, and every now and again I go back and watch it. That joint was classic, bro.
I love when he asked, "Do you guys use wash rags?" He said, "Y'all use washcloths, wash rags."
I'm like, I use a loofah. He's like, "Oh,
a loofah."
I think we both disowned you that day. We both was like, "Hey, that's your man."
I'm like, what are we talking about? I got a separate wash bag. I got a loofah to wash my body. What are we doing?
Yeah, I was like, what made him ask that question? I was wondering.
But first off, I love R-Truth because that was like super. It was a super random question from him, and I think what led into it was we asked. I think it was Vic asked him why he hasn't changed his music, and then he went from going there to talking about how you wash.
And that's the kind of energy that R-Truth brings, man. Like he's like that all the time. Like whatever you see him on TV and you guys see him just doing all this kind of antics and funny shit, he does that in real life too, man. So shout out to R-Truth, shout out to Fleet DJ, shout out to the Foxy 99, shout out to DJ G-Money right here on the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast with us. The time that you work with Foxy 99, you mentioned the interviews you've had with some top WWE superstars. What had to be like your biggest interview for you? Like when you were told, okay, such and such is coming, you're going to interview them. What really made you fanboy out? Like we all have our moments where we're like, oh shoot, I'm talking to this person, and like for me it was like Ron Simmons. When we got interviewed him for the show, I was like, I don't even know what to say to the man. Like this is Ron Simmons. You know what I'm saying? So who was your big fanboy moment?
Man, I think I fanboyed out on a lot of them. Like, I remember 2 years ago, I was supposed to interview Austin Theory, but at the last second, they was like, "Oh, we can't get you Austin Theory, so we're gonna get you Tommaso Ciampa instead." I love Tommaso Ciampa. And I told him, I was like, "Yo, my personal belief is that like NXT Black 2014 to 2019 was like the best current era of wrestling in the past 20 years. Like I love Tommaso Ciampa. That I think the first time I interviewed R-Truth, he spit a freestyle, and but it was the same freestyle he did when he comes out to the ring. I interviewed Roman Reigns back in 2014, and like he wasn't as big then. I mean, he was popular, but he wasn't like as big then. I don't know, man. Like it's so many of them that I fanboyed out over, you know what I'm saying? But like I fanboy until it's time to get busy. And it's crazy because I've interviewed a hell of a lot of rappers, singers, and all that, but I don't get nervous until it's time to interview a damn wrestler.
Oh man, listen, we love music here, man. So do you know when you realized that you had an ear for music?
Man, bro, look, I'm an 80s baby, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I was born in the 80s, I grew up in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So you like what you like. And for me, my palette is like, I'm not just into rap and hip hop and R&B. Like I listen to pop, you know what I'm saying? I listen to light rock and roll, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird because the one thing that did it for me was the gym, right? Like, you know, you go to the gym and the song is whatever's playing. But because of like, you know, being in the gym where they're playing everything, and like I'm not scared to play, I'm not scared to go outside of other genres, you know, and that actually got me they got me DJing college nights for Campbell University for like 4 years. Because I subbed in for somebody one night, and instead of just playing all hip hop, you know, I was playing, you know, some Justin Timberlake, some Taylor Swift, or whatever was popular at the time, as well as the hip hop. And they was like, "Yo, we like you," you know. So, but like just being diverse in music and just being open to anything in all genres is really helped me out in my DJ career, man. I've done so many different events. You know what I'm saying? I stay in the clubs, but like I've done a bunch of other events because I'm not scared to play some Bruno Mars or some Lord or some Billie Eilish or whatever. Like, you know, whatever's popular. Matt, when we did a bittersweet moment from Comic-Con, like every year we do a sing-along, and the song is usually Queen Bohemian Rhapsody. You know what I'm saying? I got videos in my phone that like the whole place, all ages, all in cosplay. You know what I'm saying? Singing Bohemian Rhapsody or Take on Me by Aha or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just being open. I have an open ear. You know.
Absolutely. Our intro is from a guy named Foul Monday. And the song is produced by producer plugin Jimmy Age. So shout out to Foul Monday, Jimmy Age, producer plugin, and Sid from oh crap. I just had the name of the group in my head. Slipknot. Sid from Slipknot. So he helped produce that song. So I'm gonna send you the link to this song. Maybe you can drop it on the station one day or whatever.
So, you know, look, I just like I was saying, I got a DJ a boxing match this Saturday, and like I know they want to hear like a wide range of things. So yeah, man.
Yeah. So where is G-Money going in the next couple years? Like, what is your next move? You've done the DJing for clubs, you did the radio, you're in a professional wrestling business. What is your next move for the next 5 years?
Man, you know, every time I plan for something happens and I change my goals. like when I was knee deep in the radio, And I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. One of my goals was to have a syndicated show or be on a syndicated show. Like I wanted to be on Russ Parr's morning show so bad, you know what I'm saying? Or be on Steve Harvey or something like that. But then when I got into wrestling, I was like, I don't want to do that anymore because it's going to be away from what now I want to do this, you know? So look, I would love, obviously as a pro wrestler, all of us would love to be signed. You know what I'm saying? We'd love to be signed in some capacity. Now, I understand that. Look, I got into wrestling late. I was in my mid 30s when I first started training. So yeah, so the chances of me getting signed as an active wrestler might be slim, but I feel like I can still get on as a commentator, a backstage interview or something like that. So like my goals they vary, man. They vary. Like I could be a journeyman. I wouldn't have a problem wrestling for the next 10 years. But I also wouldn't mind, like, you know, if I got to take a back seat to wrestling and just put on a suit and be a commentator, because actually commentary is really how I really got in, because of what we used to do is with Smash the Mat, we used to go to shows. We'd be like, hey, can we do a live show or can we do a show from your show? And all we did was we just did commentary and released it as episodes. Ironically, even though we had no video, those were that first era of Smash the, well, I think that was the second era. The second era of Smash the Mat was wildly popular. People would like listen to us. It's like listening to the radio at a wrestling show. You can't see it, but we're describing it. Mm-hmm. And like for a while, that wasn't just our niche, that was my niche. Like once I started wrestling, some places just wanted me to do commentary. I had to take a step back at one point, like, yo, I wrestle too, dog. I wrestle too. You know, so I mean, I would love to be, if that's how I could get on it at TNA, AEW, WWE, MLW, if it's commentary, hell yeah, I'll do it. You know, so I have no problem with it. But I'm still trying to continue to build the G-Moniy brand. Like one thing I made sure I didn't do was when I became a wrestler, I didn't change my name. I've been G-Moniy since middle school. You know what I'm saying? So I figured, got into radio, I'm still G-Moniy. Then when it was time to choose a name, why would I choose a different name? You know what I'm saying? People have known me all these years as this. I can still be this. I can still be this and wrestle. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm wearing different hats. Here's the DJ hat. Here's a wrestling hat. Here's my producer hat. Here's my commentary hat. Whatever. It's still G-Moniy.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes, Shelton. I could do that too.
Earlier you mentioned, hold on. Earlier you mentioned that your parents are assistants, right?
No, they wanted me. No, my parents wanted me to go to college to be a physician's assistant.
Yes,
my mom she's a registered nurse. She owns her own in-home nursing care business. My dad is retired military. He was in the Army for 22 years. Then he drove Greyhound for 10 years. And, yeah.
What is your support system like? Like when you went to your family and said, I'm getting into this now, or I'm getting into that. Even with your lady that you're with now, what is your support system like? Like when you went to them and said, "Hey, I'm gonna be a DJ. Hey, I'm gonna be a professional wrestler." What was their reaction, and how was that dynamic? Because the biggest thing about professional wrestling is having a support system that's going to help us, because this shit tears our minds up any damn way. Yeah. And we got to come home and hear somebody's wanting to fuss and argue because we ain't never home. It makes it even worse. So what's the support system like for you?
So my dad hated the fact that I did radio. He hated it. Like he was like, you need like if you go work, you need to work a government jobs, you get retirement, you know what I'm saying? He's always thinking of the future. My mom was fine, you know what I'm saying? She was like, oh, that's great, that's awesome. You know, when I decided to get into wrestling, like okay, when me and my lady started dating, I wasn't wrestling. I was just doing a podcast. But I was always gone anyway because, you know, I DJ. So Saturday nights I ain't coming home till like 3 and 4 in the morning or whatever. I started wrestling probably like 8 or 9 months into the relationship. So for her, that boy, I feel for her sometimes, man. I really do, because like it was one thing, like, okay, well, I know he's going to be gone on the week, like, he's going to be gone, but he's coming back. Now I'm wrestling. So now, like, I'm a mainstay in Virginia. For example, like, it's a lot worse now because I'm going to Florida in November. I'm going to Germany at the end of next month. I'm going here. I'm going there. Like when CYN started, I went 3. I was gone for a weekend in Dallas. Then we did the loop with what was it? It was Cleveland, Detroit, Wisconsin. like I'm just gone. It's like I feel for her sometimes because she's just like, I didn't sign up for this, but like she doesn't really care for wrestling, but she doesn't hinder me either. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to come to my shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't always have to be at everything that I do. Just don't deter me from my path. As long as you don't deter me, that's good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've got my when we wrestled in Virginia, my little sister and my nephews, they came to see me one time in Yorktown, and they were like an hour and a half away. One of my cousins from New York, one of my older cousins, he's like, man, we want to come see you wrestle. I'm like, look, I'll be in Virginia on such and such date. They're going to drive down from New York to come see me wrestle. You know what I'm saying? So like, I have a support system. Like, people come out to see me, depending on where I'm at, they'll come and see me. People to this day, people hit me up like, man, I can't believe, because like, I'm 41. Like, I'm 41 right now. People are like, how the hell are you still in shape enough to do that in your 40s? You this and you that. Like, man, my knees can't do all that. And that's, bro, you gotta take care of it. You know what I'm saying? This cat's younger than me, man. I couldn't do that. Bro, wrestling is hard. Wrestling is hard. Is not easy. It hurts. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about. I'm pretty sure that Roosevelt has to get like sports massages like once a month or something like that. Because I know I do. There was a time I had to see the chiropractor at least once or twice a month, and I had to get a massage at least once or twice a month. I don't know. It's rough, man. It's rough. And can I switch the subject for half a second?
Do you think?
I just want to say, when I got into wrestling, I did not realize how alike the music scene and wrestling is. Maybe it's just entertainment altogether, because the exact same things that I dealt with as a DJ, the exact same things I deal with as a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? From when you got artists that complain, they're good, but they just complain and they never do anything to better themselves. Or if I go and DJ at a venue and then they're like, man, we didn't do good at the door. Like, it is so, like, outside of a few circumstances, music and wrestling are about the same. I think that's why I can navigate wrestling so well, because it's so much like music. And I know how I am with music, and I can do the same thing with wrestling, and I'm just fine. It's, boy.
What is your theme song?
My theme song was created. The first one I had, I made the beat for it, but at first I was like, man, I need something with some words. So I hit up one of my homies. His name is Armand Capel, but he goes by Mac the Black Sheep. Please look him up on Instagram at Mac MACDA Black Sheep, Mac the Black Sheep. He is one of the illest indie artists out here. So I went to him specifically because I know how nice he is. And I was like, bro, man, could you make an intro song for me? He was like, yeah, man, come through. We went through a folder of beats, and I chose the beat, and I gave him a couple things to talk about, and he killed it. I can send it to you or email it, whatever, but I love my theme music, bro. I love it. It's so hard. It's fire. It is fire, man.
Right. Yeah, send it to us, man, and we'll share that with the Best Damn Nation, man. I think they would love to see how G-Money come out. You know what I'm saying? in all his glory.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I'm about to shoot it. You just send a message. I can shoot it to you right now. But yeah, bro, yeah, wrestling entertainment, boy, is crazy.
Well, let's stick with that. I think I want to play a little game with you. You down?
Yeah, of course.
All right. So I want you to name me 5 entertainers or rappers who you feel would make a great wrestler. This is our segment called Who's That Wrestler? That voice, bro. Where did that voice come from? What was that? It came from me, damn it. I was trying to channel my inner Pokemon. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Look, first off, my favorite rapper of all time is Busta Rhymes. I just feel like he would be. I feel like he would cut some Macho Man-esque promos. You know what I'm saying? So Busta Rhymes for sure. 50 Cent, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Nice. Yeah, I think he would make a great bad guy, man. He would make a great bad guy, and people will fear him. I think 50 Cent would damn near be like Jacob 5'2". Kind of ish, you know what I'm saying? Like he got this mystique around him. You know he's a killer, but you just, you're like, all right. That's a good one though.
Yeah, I took a chair shot 9 times, bro.
Yeah, chair shot 9 times. That was a good one. Hey, is it me or is 50 Cent and Kanye West related? Because he got that same that. I think the game do that to you, man. After a while,
it might be one of the untold secrets. Let me see. I know who wouldn't make a good pro wrestler. That's Snoop Dogg.
Hold on, Snoop Dogg is a WWE Hall of Fame.
Bro, I've seen him do a
He had the greatest elbow trip of all time.
I think
I'll put that as your third one.
Cool J would be a good wrestler.
Who's that?
LL Cool J.
Yeah, LL will be a great wrestler. Yeah.
Venus of wrestling.
Yeah, the Al Venus of wrestling. Yeah, LL would be a great wrestler, man. I like that.
I don't know why, but I feel like Heavy D could have been a good wrestler. I don't know why. I get like Bam Bam Bigelow vibes from Heavy D.
D? Yeah, I can definitely see Heavy D being the wrestler. He had the charisma. Heavy D will remind me of like a Dusty Rhodes.
Oh,
you
man.
Know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Heavy D will be like a Dusty Rhodes. Big guy with a lot of flair and panache. You know what I'm saying? A lot of style, a lot of flash, and still whoop your ass. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, and bro, Jadakiss would probably cut the meanest promos.
Yeah,
in the game, dog. Yeah,
but you got to represent for the ladies though. You got at least one
for the ladies. Oh, okay. A woman.
Yeah, who would be a great female wrestler? If she was in music. So what star do you think would make a great female wrestler?
Honestly, Megan Thee Stallion, because she just looks athletic.
Yeah,
Megan Thee Stallion for sure. I feel like she'd be on some Bianca Belair type ish.
Yeah, I can see that. There was a comment that says Method Man. Method Man would be a great wrestler. Yeah, Method Man would be a great wrestler.
Sexy Red wouldn't make it. Leave her out of it.
I wouldn't.
What? Why you hating on Sexy Red?
Lil Kim probably would. I feel like Lil Kim would be scrapping. Kim would be scrapping.
Missy Elliott.
Missy would be a good one too.
You know what? I could see Queen Latifah leading like a female Nation of Domination.
Oh, that would be so dope. I can definitely see that. Oh man.
lady's first video just stuck in my head. You know what I'm saying? It's just
I could see a segment happening where somebody like a Charlotte Flair, somebody standing in the ring, like, and I can't believe this bitch then came out, and all you hear is, "Who you calling the bitch?" And
yeah, I love it. I love it.
Go here.
You don't even go here.
Even go here.
Oh man, honorable mentions for the ladies. Lady of Rage. You know what I'm saying? She would be a good one. Yo-Yo.
You said who?
Yo-Yo.
Oh yeah. Look, she's not really a rapper, but I say Patra too. Something. I just feel like Patra just bring that island energy and just
bomb my clock, boy.
Yo, hey, facts though. You know,
hey man, there's a community in North Carolina for the wrestlers, man. Can you speak on that? Because North Carolina is known as one of those hubs for wrestling, man, and they have a great local scene, and everybody seems to support themselves, man. So how do you feel about the wrestling scene down in North Carolina?
I'm blessed to live in North Carolina. Because for comparison, and this is not shade. I wrestle in Virginia literally every month. And as far as I know, there's about maybe 5 to 6 promotions. North Carolina, boy, you looking at, and no exaggeration, there's got to be 40. No exaggeration. And I might be selling some short. It might be 45, 50. But there's so much talent. Like, remember when I said that the music scene is just like wrestling? Like, how many local rappers do you think are in Durham?
A lot. It's a lot. Yeah.
Have that number in wrestlers. Look, in the state, if there's 1,000 rappers in North Carolina, there's 500 wrestlers, bro. And dog, there's such great talent in North Carolina, man. Such great talent. There are some great schools with some great teachers, and there are some great guys out here that really put in work, man. There's guys out here that put in work. So I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be a part of this. And honestly, I would put up the top 10 of North Carolina up against any state. I really would. I really would, man, because we got that much talent, especially on the indies, man. I'm not going to start naming names, because whenever you name names, people get upset that you didn't name their name. But there are so many great wrestlers that I haven't even had the chance to lock up with yet. And like, I just know that North Carolina is where it's at. Like, I know that, people go down to Florida because that's where some of the major companies, that's where their headquarters are. Yeah, but I know that Florida, Tennessee, North Carolina, maybe Texas. Well, I've heard a couple things about the Texas wrestling scene, but I know the Southeast has got like some Georgia too, because big things popping in Georgia as well. So the Southeast is just where it's at when it comes to wrestling, man. I really and truly feel that. I really do.
Absolutely, man. Hey, listen. This was a great interview that we had with my brother. Let the beautiful people know what you got going on and where can they find you.
All right, so check this out. Like I said, it's NoHo, #NoHo, #1 homecoming on earth, Fayetteville State this weekend. So I got 2 parties on Friday. I'm at 1910 Wine West. It's a spot in Rayford. I'm gonna be there Friday night from 7 to midnight, and then I got to go to main event, which is right outside the mall. And there's a party from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. I'm gonna be finishing that party after I do this party. Saturday, I got the Mike Williams Jr. fight, man. Shout out to my man Michael Williams Jr. Team 150, bro. My man is 22-1. He's going for that 23. He's fighting DeMarcus Chop Chop Corley, and I'm the official DJ for that event. Charleston White is going to be a special guest. C Nova from Drewski's Could Have Been House is going to be in the building. Black Rambo, Mark Chopper. If you're a gun enthusiast, you know who they are.
Yeah, I love that Rambo. Yeah,
bro. Look, that's going to be a star-studded affair. These mugs. I'm talking about Mike Williams Sr. Instead of putting my DJ pick up, he put one of my wrestling picks up. So when you look at the flyer, it's me with my shirt off, like when I was the television champ, and I'm throwing the 5 up because I was the 5th RWC television champion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. So like, I got my shirt like this, and people like my homies like, "Are you fighting?" No, bro, I'm DJing, dog. I'm not fighting. So that's what I got going on this weekend. Next weekend, I'm going down to Florida, going down to All Combat Wrestling in Orlando. November, fingers crossed. TNA is coming to Fayetteville, North Carolina, November 8th and 9th. Fingers crossed. I'm trying to get on the show. Fingers crossed. I send in my information. Hopefully we get to do that. November 16th, me and my tag team partner, Jim Stone, we are XLG. Now, look, Laura, what's good?
Laura.
Man, all the way in Italy. That's crazy. That's crazy right now. But my tag team partner, Jim Stone, and I, we formed the team XLG. We're going to Manassas, Virginia, November the 16th. Then we will be in Gloucester, Virginia, November the 23rd, and we will be challenging Bad Magic for the MATW Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling Tag Team Championships. Then November 29th, I'm getting on a plane and I'm going across the pond. I'm going to Germany, and I'm taking this with me. I'm defending the RWC Heavyweight Championship in Germany, which means when I come back, it will be the RWC World Heavyweight Championship. Okay?
Say it again one more time. The what?
RWC World Heavyweight Championship. When I bring this back. And it's coming. Look, I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something. Believe it. All right. So look, I'll be there for 9 days from November 29th through December 8th. We got a show November 30th and a show December the 7th. I do not remember the names of the promotions.
Well, I got some flyers here, so let me just put them up, and then you can just talk about them briefly.
Okay. Yes, this is the fight. Yes, indeed, going down. Homecoming 2, Michael Wynn Jr. versus DeMarcus Chop Chop Corley. See, they got me right there in the middle with my damn shirt off. It says DJ G-Money, but I'm the only guy on the picture with the shirt off. Else is going to be there. That's going to be fire, man. And we putting on. Now, this right here, November 16th, we will be at the Prince William County Fairgrounds. That's my tag partner right next to me, Jim Stone. We are XLG. We coming to lay somebody the hell out. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? And November 2nd, even though I will be in Florida, the battle for RWC, the battle for Ring Wars Carolina begins Saturday, November 2nd. It's going to be Team Nightstick versus the current owner, Team Dex Carter. Now, this is the thing. Nightstick Eddie Brown challenged Dex Carter for control of RWC. It's going to be a Survivor Series style match. And I know on Team Nightstick is Nightstick Eddie Brown. It's the RWC Tag Team Champion, Snooty and the Beast. That's Aaron Biggs and Snooty Fox. It's going to be James Anthony and Mar DeVille, a.k.a. Slim Lion, versus Dex Carter's team, which right now has Titan and the new RWC television champion, Rip Cannon, on it. The other members will be named soon. I wish I could be there, but I cannot be there. But that's where I'm going to be for the next. Oh, my next show after we come back from Germany, December 14th, and there's not a flyer out yet, but December 14th in Cary at the Sports HQ is going to be FWE, Fortitude Wrestling Entertainment. Myself and Gemstone, XLG, we will be challenging for the FWE Tag Team Championships currently held by former WWE Tag Team Champions La Resistance, Rene Dupree, and Sylvain Grenier. If things work out the way that I hope they will, by the end of the year, I have 3 belts, 2 tag team championships, and the world heavyweight championship.
Who say that again?
That will be the RWC World Heavyweight Championship.
Man. Once he hit them 3, what you got, Roosevelt? Huh? He say he racking up belts like Thanos stones. You know what I'm saying?
I got the sore world heavyweight championship because I defended this in Germany already.
I want to see this belt.
I'm taking it to Italy. I'm taking it to Italy, and I'm gonna be another world heavyweight champion. Okay.
Oh man!
So good job. I'm proud of you. Following my footsteps. You following your dad. I'm proud of you. Look at you.
Oh man, Roosevelt.
Bro, I can't even talk trash because when I booked the flight and everything, I was like, I'm going to Germany. He's like, I know. Who the hell told you?
Who the hell told you? Oh man. Well, go follow your man G-Moniy on everything that he got going on, man. Real quick, G-Moniy, we got this segment where we like to give a little bit of motivation, a word of advice, a quote, a limerick, something to get people through their day and through their week. We call the segment Final Word. So G-Moniy, do you have a final word for your beautiful subjects?
Absolutely. Stop being a bitch and come on. No, that's not it.
Say it again.
that ain't it. Look. I swear to God, I thought you was going to play that, and I was like, I just knew. So, look. Hear me clearly, okay? Age ain't shit, okay? Do what you do. Whatever it is that you want to do, you will not get there thinking about it. At some point, you're going to have to put your boots on the ground and get to action. You have to make it work. Nobody's going to appreciate what you do more than you. Nobody's going to appreciate your journey. Nobody's going to understand what you went through to get there except for you. And if you want to be able to tell that story, you got to put in the work. I know it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Some days you're going to be like, why the hell am I even doing this? You know why you're doing this. You know exactly why you're doing this. You know what you want to achieve, but you're not going to get there like this. No, put that shit into action. Get to work. Get to work. Can't nobody, they can't achieve your goals for you. They're your goals for a reason. Don't worry about making other people proud. Make yourself proud. Do it for you. Yeah, you want to make your mama proud. Make yourself proud. Be somebody that when you look in the mirror and be like, that's that motherfucker right there. That's that motherfucker right there. Go out and get it. Yeah, it's going to be tough. You can do it. I know you can. G-Money's in the house. Watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth. Watch it, girl. Your money in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Take a look. Oh, man. That is a final word from the one and only Get Money, G-Money.
That's right.
Roosevelt, do you have a final word for the beautiful people?
Yeah, and actually, my final word comes from a conversation you and I had, Brian. My final word is, if the product isn't selling, change your audience. And what I mean by that is, we all have this thing that we're trying to put out there, and we're trying to build a career or make money from, and we're not seeing anybody really buying into what we're doing or what we're selling. Sometimes you gotta change the audience. And the conversation you and I had was, with me doing the gym and just trying to get people to come in. I'm targeting guys, come work out, man. Come work out. And he was like, man, fuck me. Your audience needs to be women and children. And it took a while for me to really understand, like, oh, why women and children? Like, okay, maybe if I get the men, the women will come and whatever, But if your product isn't selling, just change your audience, and the money will come. That's my final word for the beautiful people on the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast.
Oh man, that was a good word, my brother. That was a good word, my brother. Beautiful people, if I had to give you a final word, I'm gonna give you a little insight, just a little private moment. I was holding my son yesterday, and my son is 2 months old. And so, my mother always taught me how to speak life into things that you want. And so I was speaking life into my son. I said, you're going to be a great leader. You're going to be a person that people go to. And then I said this line that was very prophetic. And I said to my son, be a leader to the weak and a place of understanding for the strong. And I think that's how I've always kind of been. What I'm saying? I'm a natural leader, but I'm also, I know how to talk to really strong-minded people, right? And get on some type of a basis where we can come to an understanding, and they understand me. They understand the type of person that I am, and I can give them a different perspective that normally is hard for them to change their mind. You know what I'm saying? So I told my son, I said, be a leader to the weak and a place of understanding for the strong. And I think that for all of us, we can all learn to lift people up who are going through things, because we all have a time of weakness. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes somebody that's, a family member or a girlfriend or boyfriend or just a random stranger to say something to you that makes something click in your head, and then you change your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Because you're changing your perspective, you're changing your approach, and you're changing your way of thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? So anyone who is put in a leadership position, be a leader to the weak and a place of understanding for the strong. That is the final word from your boy, Brian Renegade. Oh, man. G-Moniy.
That's legit. That's legit right there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Man, listen, it was great having you on the show, my brother. We got to do this again. We got to make you a mainstay. You know what I'm saying?
Let me know, dog. Like, look, one thing I love podcasting, like hosting, speaking in general. Like that has been my life for like the past 20 years. So yeah, absolutely, man. I'm always down for whatever.
Oh man, I know you were alumni of Fayetteville State University, but you are now alumni of the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Yeah, racking them up, Jack. You know what I'm saying? Collecting these belts, bitch. Yeah.
PDWP, like whatever. We got that.
Oh man, I think the fans enjoyed this episode as well, man. Listen, we like to end the show. Can you help me end the show?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So I'm going to say we will see you next week on the next best, and I'm going to point to you. I want you to say damn, but I want you to give me a damn that only G-Moniy can do. I want you to reach down in your guts, in your bowels, and pull that damn out of your esophagus. You know what I'm saying? Ron Simmons like damn. Are you ready, G-Moniy?
Let's get it.
All right. Beautiful people, Best Damn Nation, we will see you next week on the next Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. Boy, that was good. Boy, I got shivers. I got the shivers.
That boy good.
That boy good. Oh man, G-Moniy in the house. Watch your girl in your mouth. Thank you for being on this platform, my friend. We got to have you back on here.
Absolutely, man.
Yes, my brother Nupsi
My sweet brother Doozy. Oh, wait. Before you go.
No.
Before we go.
We gotta go.
Every time I see this guy, I don't care how far away he is, I'm coming to him. Oh my goodness! I can't believe it! It is you! I am a loyal citizen of Zamunda. I don't give a fuck where
everywhere we go, bro. Everywhere.
Like, oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness!
It'd be so bad. My son has gotten involved in it. He's like,
yes,
brother.
Oh my goodness! Does it. When he sees it, he's like, it is you! It is you!
Oh man, I met him in the bathroom. Yeah.
Just the man I met in the restroom.
Oh man, great show. Well, look, G-Money, we ain't gonna hold you no longer, my brother. It's a pleasure for you being on here, and everything that you post, we're gonna repost. We already been doing it, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna repost all your content, my brother.
It's all love, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys.
All right, awesome. Beautiful people, we can't hold you no longer. We bid you adieu.